Today I'm going to show you guys how I'm using peg.network to build a leveraged crypto position on my BNT token holdings. Just as a warning, this is something that I do not recommend for everyone. This is something that has a lot of risk, and this is something that I would only do if you're somebody who can tolerate a large amount of risk. This is not a good strategy for your conservative buy and hold long-term token holders, which normally I am, but I want to take a little bit of a risk in this case because I am feeling so bullish on the future prospects of the BNT token. So in a second, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it. But before we do that, I just want to pretty much explain the process in a very simple way. So basically what you're doing on peg.network is you are locking up your Bancor tokens or your BNT tokens inside a smart contract as collateral. Many of you guys may be familiar with this type of system. It's very familiar to the system of make or die. You lock up your BNT inside a smart contract, and then you're able to borrow USDB against that collateral. From there, once you have that USDB, you can then exchange that USDB for more BNT tokens. This is going to give you more leverage in your position and is going to allow you to accumulate more BNT tokens at the current cheap BNT token price. Because I do believe once we launch Bancor version 2, there will be a lot more stakeholders wanting to participate in the system, and will drive up the price and demand for BNT. So I'm sort of making a speculative bet and buying more BNT tokens and hoping that the price goes up, because if the price goes up, I can then use my BNT to pay off the loan at a much cheaper rate. I just want to re-emphasize one last time for you guys before I go in and show you guys exactly how you do it, the risk in this process, and a couple of the potential problems. Number one, there's always the risk that the BNT token could go down. Number two, liquidity is a big thing. USDB is still a rather new stable crypto token. So in order for me to get the rates that I want, I will have to do several different conversions so that my slippage is low, and I will have to pay, more gas fees than normal because I'm doing all these conversions. So that's something to keep in mind and to consider if you do plan on leveraging up your position in this manner. All right, so this is peg.network. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward website. I was a little confused the first time I used it, so I wanted to make this tutorial video for anybody who might need a hand using it or might have a question about anything. But it's actually pretty straightforward. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. So right here in this box over here, you can deposit any amount. This will connect up with your MetaMask. So whatever you have in your MetaMask, this is what I have right now. This is just for the tutorial. I can enter that in here. And then you just hit deposit. From there, it's going to ask you to confirm inside MetaMask, which I could do real quick just to show you guys. Open up the MetaMask. Confirm the gas fee transaction. And then boom, I get a transaction ID, my deposit's pending. Once that deposit goes through, it'll then pop up on this side, right? So this currently, you can see, just because I've been interacting with Peg, this is my current USDB debt. So this is the amount of USDB that I have taken out of the system. And this is my available credit based on what I have locked up as collateral. So I'm actually able to take out over 1,000 USDB right now. And again, this is going to show you where your BNT balance is, how much you have locked up in the system that you can borrow against. And if you want to withdraw that amount, you simply have to repay the debt. So like I said, again, this is what my debt is. If I want to repay that, I simply withdraw, I pay that back, and then I can withdraw my BNT from the contract. Now, this is very important to note. It says right up here at the top in red, I can be liquidated if the price of BNT drops to 35 cents based on the amount of collateral that I have staked inside the system. Now, if I was to pull from this credit area and I was to, let's say, borrow some USDB, then this amount would actually go higher. So let's say I borrowed the full amount here, maybe this would go to like 45 cents or 50 cents because now I have less available credit in the system. So that is important to note. So this is something, like I said, that does have risk. This is only something to do if you have extra funds that you want to become a little bit risky with and you want to potentially leverage your BNT position.